Good evening, precious one. Good evening. Wherever you are listening to me, you are welcome to our podcast. This is the month of February, and this month we'll be looking at the month of returning. And so this month we have a full package. So as a ministry, we are speaking on returning, and as a company, we will be speaking on the law of significance. So you are welcome. This is 360 seconds with LD George Kobina Ofori. Those who have been following, you are used to this podcast. The 360 seconds is just 6 minutes of your time. So this evening, I come your way with a very good team, a very good topic that is going to help you a lot in this month and beyond. So this evening, I'm speaking on returning to the family, returning to the family. So I will use this week to speak on family. So you will enjoy it a lot. And I decided to choose today to speak about family. I will explain what a family is, but first of all, I want us to read a verse from the Bible, the Holy Bible, and that you will enjoy. In Luke chapter 15, let me start from 17, about the prodigal son, the parable of the prodigal son. So Jesus is the one speaking. So Luke chapter 15, verse 17, he says, finally, he came to his senses and said, that is the boy, and said, how many of my father's hired servants have plenty of food, but I am here starving to death? 18. That is where our focus is. I will get up and go back to my father and say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. 19. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired servants. So 18 again. I will get up and go to my father and say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. Listen to me. This guy is a guy who has disconnected himself from his father, disconnected himself from his family, living a life alone. You know, one of the sources that we have as human beings that God has given to us is God himself. God has given us himself as a source of our life. So when you are disconnected from God, you are dying gradually. Another blessing, another source God has given to you and I is the source of our family. When we talk about family, I'm not just talking about the biological family. I'm talking about also the spiritual family, or your family as a work, or your family as a social family. Okay, but let me stress a little bit more on the biological family, because when you understand the biological family, you can relate it to the spiritual family, you can relate it to the social family, it being a work or a club or a society in which you find yourself. So this guy has separated himself from the biological family, from his parents, his siblings, and is living any other life. Listen, your source is there for you to stay connected and have a flow of life, a flow of finances, a flow of prosperity, a flow of wisdom, a flow of inheritance, a flow of treasure. So when you are disconnected from your family, which is one of the sources God has given to you, you have disconnected yourself from all these things. So we are taking a decision today to return back to what? Our family. If you and I don't make that bold decision to return to our family, listen to me. Maybe you are listening to me and you are far from home, and you don't call home, you don't call back. You are a husband and you are not back, you have not gone back to your wife and children. You are a wife and you have run away from your children and your husband. It is time for us to go back. We can take that bold decision by the grace of God and say that we need to go back to our family. Without the family, there is no existence. So if you are living a life without your family, you have disconnected yourself, whether it be hatred, bitterness, whatever it is. If you have disconnected yourself, what it means is that you are dying. No matter how money, or no matter influential, or no matter how famous you have become, you are dying gradually, because that is the system where God channels wisdom, prosperity, inheritance from. If you are not connected to any family, then you don't have existence. So the reason why you are alive and you have the life flowing in you, because you were born by someone. Don't disconnect yourself from your family. God was so wise that he never gave anybody the opportunity to choose his or her family. God decided to give you that family. You cannot disconnect yourself from that family without the permission of God. I plead with the message of God with you that may you go back to your family. Connect yourself. As a married man, go back to your family. As a married woman, go back to your family. Whatever being the cause, take that bold decision the guy took. Your family is your source. Your family is the source of your life, the source of your inheritance. If you disconnect yourself, that is all. There is something shocking here in the book of John. That happens, it happens several times in the Bible. Anytime the disciples were threatened or beaten, anytime they encountered anything, the Bible gives a certain statement and they return to their homes or they return to their brethren. This is the spiritual family. Listen, you can never decide to live this life without being connected to any community, any family, whether being biological or spiritual. 60 seconds is just 6 minutes. I cannot stress so much. But tonight, I want to let you know that returning to your family is the best thing you can do. Wherever you are, that you hear my voice, it is time to return to your family. Let bygones be bygones. Let the grudges, let whatever pain that it is. Call your husband, return to him. Call your wife, return to her. Call your mother. No, call your sisters, call your siblings. Call that church that you have left with bitterness. Call that group that you knew. Just go back. Just go back for the sake of love, for the sake of strength, for the sake of unity. I want you to go back. This is 360 seconds with LD George Kobina Ofori. So this week I'll be talking about returning. Today is returning to the family. I know you'll be blessed. I want you to subscribe to our channel and share, like the messages, comment, and share to bless someone. Listen together with the family. Is there any family member that you has missed his way, has left the family, and for years you've not heard from that family member? I want you as a family to look for that person. The Bible said, Jesus said the man will leave the 99 and go and look for that one. Please go and look, because when the son was returning, the amazing thing that the father was in expectant, waiting for the son to return. My dear mom, my dear dad, please try and look for that prodigal son. Look for him for the sake of unity, for the sake of he having a share of the inheritance, for the sake of he being alive again. He's dying out there. Please look for him. God bless you so much. God bless you so much for listening to me today. This 360 seconds with LD George Kobina Ofori is about returning. So this evening, we are returning to the family. We need you, and we can't survive without each other. We need the family. The family is the basic unity of the country. If you have a bad family, we are going to have a bad society. We need to return to each other. God bless you so much, and see you tomorrow. And I know your life will never be the same. God bless you.